UFC on ESPN 5, Newark Covington versus Lawler. We're going to do a full event recap and reaction, starting from the first fight on the prelims, ending with the main event. Let's strap on. Okay, we're going for a ride. Here we go. Starting with Miranda Granger versus Hannah Goldy. Hannah Goldy looks like a relative of Trump, so I thought she was definitely going to win, seeing as the Trumps were in the crowd. Hannah Goldy lost. Miranda Granger is 5-0, undefeated. Women's flyweight. We need contenders. That's good. And she's good looking, I guess. She's okay. I can't really tell by the profile picture, but I seem to remember she's okay looking, which is good in women's MMA because you're going to get that support behind you. Because 95% of MMA fans are men. And they're horny men. And that's how it works. Claudio Silva goes out and dominates Cole Williams. Good job, Claudio Silva. Very good job. He's a welterweight. We need talent at welterweight. This is great, man. I wish more people would pay attention to, like, not low-level fights. I don't want to say low-level fights. But you're talking Claudio Silva's 3-0 in the UFC now. Against Nordine Taleb, Danny Roberts, and now this guy, Cole Miller. So, let's throw him in there. You know what I'm saying? Let's get him going. Let's get him against some top 25 guys that are just outside the rankings. Let's make it happen. He's dominating, guys. He's submitting them all. He's a guy to look out for. Lauren Murphy versus Mara Romero Borella. Lauren Murphy gets it done. Lauren Lucky Murphy gets the job done in the third round by TKO. Romero Borella just no awareness of knees for some reason. I think she thought they were illegal because she just literally put her head right into the lane. And like she forgot that knees existed in the sport. And I don't know what to say about that fight, to be honest with you. It was a good fight, but like that finish just, like, that was so easily avoidable. But she just put her head right into a fucking lane of a knee. And Lauren Murphy got the job done. Good job, Lauren Murphy. Very good job. Jordan Espinoza versus Matt Schnell. Matt Schnell gets the job done by submission in the first round. I called it as soon as Jordan Espinoza went for the takedown. I think he glanced at a knee or a shot on the inbound. Because that takedown was so sloppy. I said he's going to get submitted. On my live stream, I said, oh, this guillotine's in. He's going to get submitted. It was such a sloppy takedown. But Matt Schnell, very good. Turned the guillotine into a triangle. Got his frames up. Got the job done. Matt Schnell, the guy to watch. He's a decent looking guy. He talks quite well. He's a well-spoken guy. He's very, very southern and possibly inbred. But we're not going to go into that right now because I've offended enough groups of people during this channel's creation. But Matt Schnell's the guy to watch at flyweight. Flyweight's getting more interesting. Let's start. Instead of putting a fucking mandatory 2 female fights on a main card, let's just stick a flyweight one on there now and again. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like one of the reasons why flyweights don't get no attention is because no one knows about the contenders that are rising up. Because let's face it, a lot of the MMA fans are kind of just tuning into main cards nowadays. You know what I'm saying? It's a very long card to get through, and I watched the whole thing. I know there's other people out there that watch the entire thing, but all of like semi-hardcore fans, you know, they're tuned into the main card. And if you're just watching the main card, you aren't noticing all these flyweight contenders rising up and there's no hype behind them. So let's put a flyweight on the main card now and again. I wouldn't mind it. Matt Schnell, turn him around quickly. Let's do him versus Jose Formiga. I don't mind. Let's make it happen. Or him versus Figueiredo for the next title shot. Whatever they want to do. Antonina Shevchenko gets the win against Lucy Pordova. I said I would rather Valentina Shevchenko than Antonina Shevchenko. I have short memory. I take that back. I would much rather Antonina Shevchenko. She's amazing looking. 8-1 now. Beat Lucy Pudilova. So far, if you're looking at predictions, I don't know what I got right, but I think I only got 2 fights wrong this card. I definitely got Shevchenko right. She was my prospect spotlight. I got Schnell, Murphy. I got Silva. No, I didn't, because I picked the guy that was that got pulled out of that fight, and I picked Granger, I believe. So, yeah. Mickey Gall next as well. Mickey Gall, good performance. People said terrible performance from Mickey Gall. People are forgetting how young in the game Mickey Gall is. People are like, wow, should have done better than that. What are you expecting him to dominate, guys? He's 6-2. He has 8 fights, and 7 of them have been in the UFC. Fair enough, only about 5 of them have been against UFC caliber opponents. But 7 of them have been in the UFC. You know what I'm saying? Mike Jackson and CM Punk, we can count them as amateur fights. Let's be real. Okay? They were amateur fights. But like, if you're talking about, like, he's, like, learning on the go. We're watching him learn. He's not had a chance to develop out of the limelight and then come in with a fully developed game that has no holes in it. He's going to have holes in his game. But one thing you can't discredit from him, he has a solid chin because he took some bombs this fight. He took this fight on 1 week's notice. 1 week's notice, and went 3 rounds in a tough fight and grinded out the decision victory. And it was clear cut. He won 2 rounds to 1. I thought he won round 1 and round 3. Round 2, I think, could have gone to Ari. And I picked Mickey Gall to win for my prospect spotlight. And I'm glad I did. Mickey Gall proved me right. And he wants the Diego Sanchez rematch. I am so okay with that. I'm so okay with that. Diego Sanchez, I mean, that's a fight that can happen. What about Mickey Gall versus James Vick at 170? That's another fight that can happen. Mickey Gall's a big welterweight. And he's a savage. And I think he gets the job done over Diego in a rematch. Especially Diego now, another 6 months older. It's just the age process is just going to keep building up. And James Vick, although I think he'd be a bit better at 170, that's an interesting fight. So if they want to do that, let's make it happen. Let me know, guys. What do you think Mickey Gall should do next? Main card. Interesting. Darko Stojic lost to Kennedy Nzechukwu. Darko Stojic had a game plan, but that game plan was illegal. I don't know how they get down in Russia. You know what I'm saying? With that undefeated record of his before he joined the UFC. Not undefeated, he had 1 loss. But either way, I don't know how they get down in Russia. But we don't play those rules over here. You know what I'm saying? There ain't 4 groin shots a strike. And I honestly think that a few of them were intentional. At least one of those was intentional. You gotta believe me. The one where he went straight up through the fucking middle of the legs. He didn't even put his toes back for like a front kick or anything. That was a straight, Americans would call it a soccer kick. That was a straight football kick right into the groin. And I think he was trying to get himself a breather. His cardio is not the best. And that's 2 losses in a row for him in the UFC. I actually thought he still would have won. I don't know how the taking point system works. Because for me, I thought, well, Darko Stojic won every round, in my opinion. I don't know if they're counting leg kicks, but I count leg kicks. And Darko Stojic won every round, in my opinion. And Kennedy Nzechukwu had 2 points given, and Darko Stojic had 2 points taken away from him. So 30-27, take away 2 points, that's 28-27. But apparently they gave a round to Kennedy Nzechukwu. Either way, Kennedy Nzechukwu is complete fucking garbage. Like, complete trash. And I don't think he's UFC caliber. But we'll see if he can get better in his next fight. Maybe he was put off by the fact that his balls have been ruptured in that fight. That might be that's probably quite likely. Maybe let's do a match between him and Eric Anders. Kennedy Nzechukwu versus Eric Anders at light heavyweight. I don't mind that fight. Sign me up. It's a good one. They're both coming off wins, technically. So, yeah, let's make it happen. 2 big guys, 2 athletic guys. Bound to be a fun fight. Nzechukwu versus... Who did I just say? Juan Adams? No, not Juan Adams. Eric Anders. Your boy. That's the guy. Scott Holtzman gets the win over Dong Hyun Ma. Knew this was going to happen as well. I picked Nzechukwu to win, the underdog. I picked Scott Holtzman to win. Dong Hyun Ma, I mean, you're 16-10. Maybe it's time to hang it up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even trying to be rude here. Like, I know you're 30 years old and you've probably got a bit of a career ahead of you. Listen. Rough fight. If you want to turn around and make it to China, we need fights on that card. If not, I mean, you're just losing. You're just losing. And the wins that Dong Hyun Ma has, that's 2 KO losses in a row for him in 2019. But you look at his wins, Damian Brown, 17-12. Where are they finding these guys? 2017, another win, Takanori Gomi. It's a legend, but past his prime, most fucking definitely. Okay? So that fight happens. Then you look at his another win that he has. Dong Hyun Ma, Brendan O'Reilly, 6-3. Where are these guys? Why are they in the UFC and why is he getting these opponents? He lost to Marco Polo Reyes, who's 8-6. Lost to Dominique Steele, who's 14-9. Like, where are these opponents right now? I've never seen these guys, if I'm honest with you. But either way, Scott Holtzman got the win. That's another win for him in a row, I believe. So, yeah, good job, Scott Holtzman. I'm rooting for him. He's got a son. His son was in the cage. No, he's not 2 wins in a row. He lost to Nick Lentz. That's embarrassing. If you're losing to Nick Lentz, the future's quite dim. I'll be honest with you. So, Scott Holtzman, I don't know. I want to see him fight. I don't really care. Him versus Jim Miller. I don't mind. Whatever they want to do. Trevin Giles versus Gerard Meerschaert. I was going to pick Meerschaert, man. I picked Holtzman. I was going to pick Meerschaert, but I went with Giles. I went with the youth. Apparently the youth doesn't know what wrestling is, because he had so many chances to win that fight, but he kept putting himself in dumb positions. Like, he had Gerald Meerschaert in the fucking north-south in the 3rd round. If you need a round and you are on top of a guy, I don't care if you're a striker, okay? You stay on top of him. You don't try some dumb shit like sinking the fucking hooks in and going for a rear naked. Just control the position. If you need a round and you are on top of a guy, you will win the round by staying on top of that guy. Do not give up that position. And Trevin Giles did just that. He's a fucking idiot. And it's embarrassed me. That's 2 losses in a row. 1 to Patrick Cummins. 1 to Gerald Meerschaert. In my opinion, if he was going to be something special, he would have been by now. Gerald Meerschaert gets the job done. Very good job by Gerald Meerschaert. Again, the start of late stoppages by Herb Dean. He's so caught up about the Askren thing. He's triple checking that arm. You know what I'm saying? Are you sure it's not a thumbs up? Okay, I'll leave you for a second. He might be joking. 5 seconds later. Check it again. I don't think he's quite out. No, he's out, Herb Dean. No. Let's give him 5 minutes. Okay, Herb Dean. Let's act, because he's going to die. You know what I'm saying? Like, Herb Dean needs to get in there a bit faster, but, you know, Gerald Meerschaert gets the job done. I don't know what they want to do with him. I can't think of any matchups off the top of my head at middleweight. Maybe they do Gerald Meerschaert versus Edmund Shabazian, and then the winner of that can get a crack at the top 15. Sounds good to me. Sounds real good to me. It would be good to give Edmund a fight against someone who's coming off a good win, and Gerald Meerschaert's doing just that. So, you know, let's make that fight happen. Edmund Shabazian, Gerald Meerschaert. Let's go. Joachim Silva versus Nasrat Haqparast. I picked Haqparast. He gets the job done. Joachim Silva, very dangerous guy, very explosive guy, very predictable guy. He loads every shot. You know what I'm saying? Nasrat Haqparast saw everything coming. 11-2 now. On a streak in the UFC. I think he's on a 3-win streak. I'm not too sure. Let me look that up right now. Yeah, 3-win streak. Mark Jacasey beat him. Beat Tibalt Guti. And then beat Joachim Silva as well. Nasrat Haqparast is the guy to look out for at lightweight right now. And I don't know who you want to put him up against, but let's put him up against another lightweight contender. Maybe you put him up against Scott Holtzman or Jim Miller or some of the other guys on this card that have got a win. Their timelines would match up. Let's see if they can run it back in a couple months and take on one of each other. Nasrat Haqparast, if he wins one more, I mean, you're looking at giving him a shot in the top 15 for sure. For sure you're looking at giving him a shot. And if he wants James Vick and a free win against a glass chin fucking clown, then give it to him. Let's feed James Vick to another contender. Jim Miller versus Clay Guida. Great fight. Guida hurts Miller. Miller hurts Guida. Guida makes the rookie mistake for a veteran by running in with his hands down. Gets clocked straight on that chin of his. Dropped. Jim Miller puts him out again. Herb Dean, they're not pretending to be out cold. They're out cold. Let's get in there because they're going to die. I don't know if they're going to die, but they might die. Who knows? I mean, if you hold someone in a choke for fucking 10 minutes, they're going to die. You know what I mean? Regardless if they can or not, just from being in that position, their neck's going to get wrenched out of place. But either way, Herb Dean just needs to be a bit quicker. And for people saying Jim Miller should retire, I don't think so. You got to win in under a minute of this fight. He's going to turn around again, make more money for his family. He doesn't have anything outside of the cage to turn to other than this. Let him build up a retirement fund. You know what I'm saying? There's no retirement plan for fighters. Let him do that now. He probably got a performance bonus. And I'll cover who got the bonuses at the end. But yeah, let Jim Miller fight it out. Colby Covington versus Robbie Lawler. I made a full video reacting to this, so please check it because I'm not going to go into too much detail right now. But I'm going to cover some things that I didn't. People saying this was a thrown fight. Oh my god. You just can't give him the credit, can you? I've been on the Colby train since he fought fucking Maia. As soon as he beat Maia like that, I was like, right, well, Woodley didn't do that. So, and even Usman didn't beat him up like Colby did. I mean, Colby took some shots back that the other guys didn't take, but Colby fucking... Like, no one hurt Maia like Colby. Colby, like, had him in fucking... Like, Maia looked like he was going to die. Like, there was blood everywhere, all over Maia's face, and Colby was just piecing the shit out of him on the ground. And it was a good performance. As soon as I saw that, I was like, right, this guy's going to make a run. And then he beat RDA. I was like, okay, he's going to be champ. Then he beats Robbie Lawler like that. Every round. One of them a 10-8, in my opinion. Jesus Christ, he's good. And people saying Robbie Lawler threw the fight. Oh, my God. Yeah. They fixed the fight for Colby Covington, the guy that Dana White doesn't like. They fixed the fight for Colby Covington. They didn't fix the fight for Conor versus Khabib, did they? No. Why would they need Conor to win? They didn't fix Conor versus Nate Diaz 1. Nope. They didn't fix Ronda versus Nunes. Why would they want Ronda back? They wouldn't fix Brock Lesnar versus Overeem. Like, it just, the list goes on. Stop being so fucking stupid. For people to say that Robbie Lawler didn't throw and what was that game plan? Trust me, their game plan wasn't to go in there and not throw strikes, you dumb fucks. Robbie Lawler couldn't throw a strike because every time he tried to load up, which he does, other fighters let him load up. Colby Covington did not. He stayed in the pocket. Robbie Lawler, this is the outcome of the fight. And I'm going to go on so I can see myself here. Robbie Lawler, hands to his chin. Oh, that's all it was. That was it over and over again. Robbie Lawler does this. Oh, man. It was just like, it was the most frustrating thing to watch. And that was because of Colby. Because every time Robbie Lawler dipped 2 jabs, went for a shot. Oh, God, okay, I'll try that again. Dip. Oh, and it was just frustration from Robbie Lawler. He couldn't do anything. Trust me, he was trying to throw. He just couldn't because Colby was beating him to the punch. Every time Lawler tried to throw, he got an inside leg kick, a body kick that actually hurt him. He was worried about a takedown, or he got a jab to the face to throw off his timing. Stop being fucking dumb fucks. And then Colby just shit on Usman in a trash talk afterwards. The only thing you're losing faster than that hairline is that Power Ranger belt. That was a good one. Okay, that was a really good one. And he called him out for the faking injuries. It was quite good. But Usman, listen, Usman's, maybe the trash talking isn't for him. Because, like, listen, Colby just said, let's do it at Madison Square Garden. And Usman's like, no, let's do it right now. Like, no, let's do it at Madison Square Garden. All the fans want Madison Square Garden. Just say yes. Colby asks you, let's do it at Madison Square Garden. Usman go, yes, let's make it happen. Me versus you. Sell that. Don't go, no, let's do it right now. Like, we don't want to see it right now. Let's see it in the cage under... Actually, I do want to see it right now. I wouldn't have minded if they actually got into a scrap. But either way, I'd rather see it in a cage. You know what I'm saying? So let's make that fight happen. Madison Square Garden. Colby called out the event name. 244. It needs a headliner. And you've got one. Leon Edwards versus Jorge Masvidal is the co-main event. Performance bonuses from me on this card should go to, I don't know who they went to, but it should go to Nasrat Haqparast. He had a coming out party. Jim Miller should definitely get a performance bonus. And in terms of fight of the night, I mean, I guess they can give it to Shevchenko and Pudilova, but I'm not sure. I feel like tonight there wasn't really... I feel like fight of the night should only be really given out if there's a war. You know, because Antonina Shevchenko's fight had its moments, but there wasn't really a war. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, whoa, crazy. You know, it was a good fight, but I wasn't that crazy about it. But like, I feel like that's one of them fights where they should give out like 2 more performance bonuses rather than a fight of the night. Because let's face it, Pudilova, other than landing 1 elbow, didn't really do shit. So I said they should give a performance bonus to maybe, not Mickey Gall, but I'd give a performance bonus to, Scott Holtzman had a great fight. Maybe not Gerald Meerschaert. Maybe give one to Colby. Maybe we could give one to Matt Schnell. He got an early submission as well. I feel like if there's not a war, and there's not a fight that's got everyone on their feet applauding, going crazy, do 2 more performance bonuses. There's no need to fill out the quota for a fight of the night. You know what I'm saying? We don't need it. No one cares. That's how I feel. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Click that button there. Right there. See you later.